Welcome back to the series where I'm recreating Deltarune Chapter 4's Dark World in Minecraft. In last video, we took a look at the atrium and we recreated that. Ignore the hole in the ceiling. That's gonna be fixed, don't worry. But we didn't. I recreated it. I think I did a pretty good job. But now it's time to dive deep into the sanctuary. Into the sanctuary itself. So yeah, without further ado, let's just go. And with that, the main part of the build is finished. Well, you might have noticed that the time-lapse cut off a bit early there. That's because I paused it, and I forgot to start it again. Okay, so we've got the platform that Chris and Susie land on when they fall down the hole. Here we've got the prophecy that they pass by. It's not an important prophecy, but I just felt like I should include it. Right. This is the first room of the sanctuary. It's kind of big, but you know, it's supposed to be big and impressive and enormous. So here we've got my attempt at the parallax background that we've got in these rooms. Let's put a picture for reference. I think I did a pretty good job capturing the overall vibe of it with these. I got these curves. I've got these walls here. I've got the towers. But yeah, I just pasted it according to what the background looked like in the part where I was in. So just, yeah. And we've even got some prophecies. We've got the first one, which is supposed to resemble Castletown from Ralsei's Legend. We've got the Deltarune. And we've got the Deltarune again. This one doesn't have any text associated with it. So, if I can figure out how to do a text display, I might want to change all these to have text over them. So, it's actually a prophecy. Here we've got the next one, which is the one where we've got the sun here, and then we've got the dark guys here. Pretty sure that's what it is. Up these stairs, we've got this place where, pretty sure this is where the GUI first attack. The fire spirits guy. The fire spirits. We've got my best attempt at making the Titan image. I've got to say, it's growing more and more on me the more I look at it. I'm pretty happy with it. It looks good enough for what it is. We've got some more arches and windows and towers over there. Here we've got the big first of these dark mazes. The background of this room is made completely out of the same window, just copy pasted. So I just made the windows float instead. Thought that made the most sense. Here we've got the Jockington prophecy. Pretty proud of that. Looks a lot like him. We've got some bookshelves here. We've got the this place where you climb. I'm pretty sure this is to the Miss Missile fight up here somewhere, if I'm not mistaken. We've got some more arches, more lanterns. Another of these big rooms. Here we've got the one that's this is the prophecy that resembles the world cracking. And we've got Lancer. I tried. It's supposed to be Lancer. But you can kind of see it. We've got these two giant pillars, so I made a giant arch. Just because I could. And this is where Gerson appears from behind one of these arches. And he goes this way. I made all the other rooms. They kind of have a wall between them, but this one right here, there's a bookshelf on either side of the wall, so I figured, hey, why not just make it one continuous bookshelf? So here we've got the smaller room where we've got Gerson's book, which does in fact open these doors. I made it so it does that. To reset it, kind of have to fiddle around a bit. This book, of course, contains the holy words. I'm old! Here we've got the hallway with giant windows, where there's supposed to be one of those turtle guys. I still don't remember what they're called. Those guys, you know? Here we've got this is the prophecy that Gerson smashes with his hammer. You can even recreate it. So now we're left in complete darkness. So I recreated the entire dark section where you're moving around in the darkness. So let's just pretend we've just been through this, blah blah blah. Here we've got this part of the wall with the light. So we flick the light, and now we're in here. So I also made it say that. Anyway, so we've got this room, which I didn't really know what to make of it, so I just made this. This is this part, one of the other climbing sections. I haven't added the ladder to because, yeah, I don't know why, actually. But all the climbing sections will be done in one episode. Don't worry about that. In the game, this doorway completely skips this section, but I figured, hey, why the hell not? You know? So now, when we go through the door here, and this actually, I had to extend this hallway a bit, because otherwise it would make a direct turn right into here. And can't really have those overlapping sections, so I just, it's not that bad, but Toby Foxy likes making these rooms that don't make sense. It'll be a lot more apparent. So we've got another, the same prophecy, which this room actually, when you first go through it, you'll see this prophecy, you walk up these stairs, and you wind up back at the bottom of these stairs somehow. I don't know how. It's magic. I don't know. But up here, when Gerson smashes the prophecy, we've got the Wicked Bell, which I didn't bother making. Anyway, break this so we can move on. I had to make a quick bend because this prophecy is built in odds, but this room is built on evens, so I had to quickly transition into that. So now this room is the one you didn't see me finish, mainly the ceiling and the floor and the walls. Down here we've got this extra pathway where you can get a chest to give you 1 extra HP. The notes are supposed to be here, but I'll explain why they're not in a second. I couldn't figure out a good way to make this candy bowl, so I just put a heavy core on top and call it a day. This might be the room that I'm least proud of, by the way. I'll explain later. This way we've got supposed to be more notes here. So this is the part that I don't really like because it doesn't work for some reason. This is the piano puzzle. It's virtually identical to the one we saw up in the atrium back. It's a while back. Should work the same way, but for some reason it just doesn't. So oh, I didn't even make it work. But the puzzle, it just doesn't work for some reason. I don't know. I couldn't figure out how to get it to work. For some reason, this doesn't work. I don't know why. But we just move forward, and that's the end of this part. So yeah, a lot of progress has been done. But the next episode will cover the Gerson study and the whole library section. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't really like this room. It's mostly because this doesn't work. I hate it. But, yeah. Again, any suggestions for how to make this work, put them in the comments. I might start if you submit your remixes of songs that I'm gonna use in the upcoming video. I'm gonna use Fireplace and Dark Sanctuary, a Dark Zone. Probably. But if you have your own remixes that you want to be featured, you just put them in the comments and I'll use them. It has to be made by you though. You can't submit other people's work. It's not nice. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. If you liked this, make sure to like it and subscribe if you want to see the next part. If you don't want to see the next part, that's okay. I won't make the next part then. Just crushing my dreams. It's fine.